Allah Lahaina Yahweh Bashim Yahushai Hamashiach Wa Malaki Bahashim Harwat Gakorash Barakathum, the water of Bible Ball Wakwam Yasharala. Double honor to the apostles, elders, and bishops of Great Millstone who teach us daily. To the men out there teaching the likewise doctrine, I see Shalom. Today we're gonna get into the many lies that Trump's flunkies are just issuing out. Now you can tell by their lies what they're doing. They're setting up the No Kings protest that's going on tomorrow. They demonize it. They calling it. They took it upon themselves and called it the Hate America protest. And they're deeming all protesters as terrorists, associating them with Antifa. I mean, all kind of madness where they have no proof. So, I mean, without proof, these are obviously deliberate lies. And they're going to use this opportunity to have little planted insurrectionists planted here and there to start chaos, so they could blame the whole crowd. It's the same play. They tried to do this around C-19 about 5 years ago around George Floyd. It didn't work. So now Trump got his flunkies line for him. So let me get this copyright, and then we're going to get into the video, and I'm going to show you what I'm talking about. Let's get the share. All right. The name of this video is Insane MAGA Lies. Esau, basically, he wants to be able to lie on anybody without proof, and it is accepted at face value without proof. He wants to be able to lie on anybody and not be questioned. And that right there in itself is a childish mentality to have, meaning you don't deal with reality, which automatically disqualifies the Edomites as being unfit to rule. Now, let's get this copyright. Copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976. Allowances made for fair use of purposes such as criticism, comment, news, reporting, teaching, scholarship, and research. Fair use is a use permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing. Nonprofit, educational, or personal use tips the balance in favor of fair use. Let's go.
Have you seen this absolutely horseshit video from the White House that's been posted all over their social media? I'll play a little clip of it. You can watch the full thing when I post the link in the description.
Antifa beats journalists. Antifa attacks our police stations. They attack our courthouses. They dox our law enforcement officers. No more.
Now, I want to get a scripture when she said that right there, because this is a classic case of projection. And what projection is basically when they lie on you and accuse you of doing something, they're really doing it. And this is classic Edomite. This is how you know that this is one of the telltale signs spiritually of an Edomite. Because they project all the time. They put their crimes on you. Now let's run it back. And there's a scripture supporting that. Hold on.
Description.
Antifa beats journalists. Antifa attacks our police stations.
Now, who been doing that for the past 2 days? For the past couple of weeks? ICE. Matter of fact, they was tear gassing policemen. And they beat up and arrested reporters. It wasn't nobody Antifa around. Antifa is not a group. Antifa is not tangible. Antifa is a mind state. And all it stands for is anti-fascist, which means you don't want an evil-ass king over you, like the orange guy, which is the right state of mind to be. So they're trying to classify anybody who protests as being Antifa.
They attack our courthouses.
See, none of this ever happened, but see, they lie like it did happen.
They dox our law enforcement officers no more. They are a terrorist group.
A month ago, Charlie.
No proof. And she known for lying. So, I mean, whoever takes her serious, you stupid too. John chapter 8, verse 44. You of your father, the devil, and the lust of your father you will do. He was a murderer from the beginning and abode not in the truth, because there's no truth in him. Listen to this. This is projection. When he speaketh a lie, he speaketh of his own, for he is a liar and the father of it. That's projection. When he speaketh a lie, he's telling you what he's doing, but he's accusing you of doing it. Esau stupid.
Kirk was murdered by a violent leftist.
See, that's another lie. This dude grew up in a MAGA household. MAGA parents, MAGA hats, the whole shit. But you heard this lie. He was murdered by a violent leftist, which means Democrat. Liars.
We all saw it, and we all saw thousands of leftists celebrate it. Antifa symbols were found on the bullet casings of the gun used to shoot and kill my friend.
We won't take it anymore. President Trump is not going to stand for it.
She's a known liar too, and a shitty lawyer. She don't even know the law.
And I'm so grateful that we have a leader in the White House that understands how we need to fight these sophisticated networks and how we need to take these terrorists out.
See how they throw the T word around so loosely? Anybody who doesn't agree with them is a terrorist. Never mind the fact that they never committed a terrorist act ever. It's just they have a difference of opinion. That makes you a terrorist? You see how they playing?
As an American, this is fucking embarrassing.
Mm-hmm.
I especially love how Pam Bondi at the beginning says Antifa beats journalists when there are two viral videos going around of ICE agents who have assaulted and arrested journalists.
Mm-hmm.
But also, they don't even know who Antifa is. Antifa's not an organization. It's a mindset of people who are anti-fascist, which everybody should be. Your grandparents who fought in World War II, they were anti-fucking fascist. Again, this is transparently just red meat for their base and threats to anyone who speaks out against them. They make it sound like Antifa's marching through the street in their cosplay shields and sunglasses. Oh wait, no, that's Patriot Front. Or they're walking around with masks and carrying weapons everywhere to harass people. Oh wait, no, that's the Proud Boys, the Oath Keepers, and ICE. Mm-hmm. It's the federal agents that have been following people in their cars, dragging.
Now, what do all these people have in common? They're Edomites.
Them out and beating them. Antifa as a group has not been responsible for anything. Claiming that people who are not an organization and just share similar anti-fascist beliefs are a terrorist organization is like saying that all tall people are a terrorist organization. But also, if you go back over the last few years and look at those committing violence, it's the conservatives. The guy who attacked Paul Pelosi, Caesar Sayoc, the guy who sent bombs to Democratic congresspeople, the guy who attacked Jerry Connolly's staff with a baseball bat, the guy who tried shooting up a Cincinnati FBI office when Trump was searched with a warrant.
See? Violent Edomites.
White supremacist who plowed into a peaceful protester in Charlottesville. The kid recently who unalived two girls because they made fun of Charlie Kirk. The right-wing kid who was fascinated with white supremacy who shot up a school in Colorado the exact same day that Kirk was shot. And let's not forget every single member of the Proud Boys, the Oath Keepers, and every single MAGA who was at the January 6th insurrection. In fact,
so with that being said, all these domestic terrorists, the true domestic terrorists, Edomites with guns, how come ICE ain't rounding them up? They too busy chasing the righteous down. See, they ignored the mass shooters, the school shooters, the church shooters, the pedos. They ain't rounding them up, see? Unrighteous, unfit to rule. But they steady lying on righteous, normal, everyday, hardworking people. I see why you getting the judgment you getting, Esau. And we can't wait.
In fact, as I pointed out several times, since 2016 when Trump showed up, right-wing political violence happens 100 times more than left-wing violence. And they want to sit here and release this stupid Nazi propaganda video claiming that the people in Portland who are dressing up in animal costumes and dancing are actually the insurrectionists and the terrorists. And then, of course, he tries to say, oh, my friend Charlie Kirk was murdered by a leftist. No, he was a conservative kid from a conservative MAGA family who went to a conservative college. He was fucking MAGA. This is an age-old Nazi tactic. Always accuse the other side of that which you are guilty. Trump might...
Projection. That's the very definition of projection. You accuse the other side of doing what you are actually doing. That's Esau.
as well come out and say Antifa's in the Epstein files. When Trump's regime finally comes crumbling to the ground, we can't just give these people a slap on the wrist. Because the brainwashed people in this cult have given up on democracy. Now they're just lying, projecting, bending themselves into pretzels, and making excuses for every horrible thing they do, and using the military to go after peaceful citizens in the street. Breaking into people's houses, smashing open their car windows without a warrant, all while hiding their faces and their Nazi tattoos. And
see, these the same wild men from biblical times that got ran off into the mountains, ran off into the caves. Did nobody want them around? Why? Because these are a violent race of people. Isaiah 59, peace they know not.
they know this isn't a good strategy because Trump's approval rating is going into the toilet. But they're going to keep doing what authoritarians do and trying to gaslight the populace that they are saving them from some imaginary enemy. He's getting desperate, and that's why he's doing this shit. But thankfully, his regime is falling apart, and you can tell that because practically nobody believes this horse shit anymore. It's a tale as old as time, because the Nazi playbook doesn't change.
Zaxby's birthday.
All right, we can come out of it. He's right. Desperate lies told by desperate, lying children. Let's get this scripture right here, Psalms chapter 12, verse 8. The wicked walk on every side when the vilest men are exalted. So if you got a vile man in the middle and you got wicked people around him, those are his flunkies. You just saw 3 of them in the video. Just liars. Don't even try to finesse the lie no more. They just come out straight lie. That's a child. Psalm chapter 37, verse 32, the wicked watcheth the righteous and seeketh to slay him. Psalms 58, verse 3, the wicked are estranged from the womb. They go astray as soon as they be born, speaking lies. The scriptures just told you Esau and the Edomites are born liars. That's why they lie so easily. And that's the same reason why they are so easily caught in their lies, because they tell lies out of desperation. They're not well thought through at all. Soon as you spot the holes in the lie before they even finish the sentence. Esau, you've been lying for over 2,000 years. You still ain't got that right. Pathetic. Job chapter 15. Verse 35, they conceive mischief and bring forth vanity, in their belly prepare deceit. Always trying to lie to somebody. Sirach chapter 12, verse 10, never trust thine enemy, for like his iron rusted swords his wickedness. Sirach chapter 12, verse 17. Well, I'm just running through them. This ain't gonna be a long video. I just want you to know who the liars are. Sirach chapter 12, verse 17, if adversity come upon thee, thou shalt find him there first. And though he pretend to help thee, yet shall he undermine thee every time. Psalm chapter 5, verse 9. For there is no faithfulness in their mouth. Their inner part is very wickedness. Their throat is an open sepulchre. They flatter with their tongue. An open sepulchre is an above ground grave. Ain't nothing in it but death. Deuteronomy chapter 32, verse 28. For they are a nation void of counsel, neither is there any understanding in them. That's why they ignoring the wicked, but trying to round up the righteous. Because they basically living out Isaiah chapter 5, verse 20. Woe to those who call evil good and good evil. Yeah, they calling the righteous people wicked. And by them ignoring the true problem people, they're basically denouncing the wicked as being good. because they're not pursuing these people. They're not pursuing the shooters or the pedos. See, that's cool with them. Now we want the righteous. I see why you got your judgment. I see why you got the judgment you got. And ain't nobody gonna feel sorry for you because everybody tired of Esau. Ezekiel chapter 22, verse 29. The people of the land have used oppression and exercised robbery and have vexed the poor and needy. Yeah, they have oppressed the stranger wrongfully. Second Corinthians chapter 2, verse 11. That Satan should get an advantage of us, for we're not ignorant of his devices. We know we the target. So, I mean, all this indirect roundabout shit you doing, bro, just go ahead and mash the button. Just go ahead and shoot off the nukes and go ahead and take your ass into captivity. Because it's coming. You might well go on and start it so you can finish it, so you can get rounded up and exterminated at the end of your 1,000 years. Let's go to 2nd Ezra chapter 11, verse 39. Art not thou that it remainest of the 4 beasts whom I made to reign in my world, that the end of their times might come through them? See, unfit to rule, they're going to destroy themselves. Look at this man, he already destroying a kingdom that they stole. Just self-destructive. They're going to destroy their own kingdoms like dummies. But they claim they're superior. Okay, let me know how that worked. Verse 40. And the 4th came and overcame all the beasts that were past and had power over the world with great fearfulness, and over the whole compass of the earth with much wicked oppression. For so long time dwelt he upon the earth with deceit. Hold up, let's go to 12. Salaki, let's go to Sirach. Sirach chapter 14, verse 7. And if he do it good, he do it unwillingly, and at last he will declare his wickedness. The envious man have a wicked eye. He turneth away his face and despises men. A covetous man's eye is not satisfied with his portion, and the iniquity of the wicked drives up his soul every time. Unfit to rule, man. Chapter 12, verse 3. There can no good come to him that is always occupied in evil, nor to him that giveth no alms. Chapter 10, verse 2. As the judge of the people is himself, so are his officers. See? And what manner of man the ruler of the city is, such are all they that dwell therein. Dumbass president, dumbass citizens. Pedo president, pedo citizens. It goes on and on and on. Keep rolling. Oh, I know where we go. Let's get this. Here you go. Proverbs chapter 29, verse 12. If a ruler hearkens to lies, all his servants are wicked. Let's keep rolling. Isaiah chapter 26, verse 10, let favor be shown to the wicked, yet will he not learn righteousness. In the land of uprightness will he deal unjustly, and will not behold the majesty of the Lord. And let's go to Proverbs. chapter 6. All right, let's go down to just describing Nero Trump right here. Proverbs chapter 6, verse 12. A naughty person, a wicked man walking with a froward mouth, difficult to get along with. He winketh with his eyes, he speaketh with his feet, he teaches with his fingers. Frowardness is in his heart. He devises mischief continually. He soweth discord, always bringing division, never bringing nobody together. Therefore shall his calamity come suddenly. Suddenly shall he be broken without remedy. These 6 things doth the Lord hate, yet 7 are an abomination unto him. A proud look, a lying tongue, and hands that shed innocent blood. A heart that devises wicked imaginations, feet that be swift in running to mischief, a false witness that speaketh lies, and he that soweth discord among brethren. They ain't worth shit. That's why the Lord gonna take them out like they ain't nothing. He said they are nothing but spittle, which means spit. Job chapter 13, verse 4, but ye are forgers of lies, ye are physicians of no value. Psalm chapter 101, verse 7, he that worketh deceit shall not dwell within my house. He that telleth lies shall not tarry in my sight. Chapter 6, Proverbs, verse 19, a false witness that speaketh lies, and he that soweth discord among brethren. Oh, we just got that one. Proverbs chapter 19, verse 5, a false witness shall not be punished, and he that speaketh lies shall not escape. Verse 9, a false witness shall not be unpunished, and he that speaketh lies shall perish. So they putting their own nails in their own coffins. Isaiah chapter 59, verse 3, for your hands are defiled with blood, and your fingers with iniquity. Your lips have spoken lies, your tongue have murdered. Perverseness, none calleth for justice, nor any pleader for truth. They trust in vanity and speak lies. They conceive mischief and bring forth iniquity. That's all these people do. Ezekiel chapter 13, verse 8, therefore thus saith the Lord Yahweh, because ye have spoken vanity and seen lies, therefore behold, I am against you, saith the Lord. Okay. Proverbs chapter 29, verse 2, when the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice, but when the wicked bear rule, the people mourn. Proverbs chapter 14, verse 25, a true witness delivereth souls, but a deceitful witness speaketh lies. Yeah. How they think that constantly telling lies is even sustainable? It's obviously they're not thinking long term, just like Esau wasn't thinking long term in the book of Genesis when he sold his birthright. Now he trying to steal that back. Y'all pathetic and sad, bro. Proverbs chapter 31, verse 18, let the lying lips be put to silence, which speak grievous things proudly and contemptuously against the righteous. Isaiah chapter 32, verse 7, the instruments also of the churl, which is a wicked person, are evil. He deviseth wicked devices to destroy the poor with lying words, even when the needy speaketh right. Esau. Psalm chapter 52, verse 3. Thou lovest evil more than good, and lying rather than to speak righteousness. Salah. There's these people. So how you think you're gonna get peace from a bunch of liars? Liars gonna keep shit going, not peace. They keep bullshit going. Jeremiah chapter 49, verse 10. But I have made Esau bare, I have uncovered his secret places, and he shall not be able to hide himself. His seed is spoiled, and his brethren and his neighbors, and he is not. That's because he's the one doing the robbing. Spoil mean to rob. Proverbs chapter 26, verse 25. When he speaketh fair, believeth him not, for there are 7 abominations in his heart, whose hatred is covered by deceit. His wickedness shall be showed before the whole congregation. The whole planet is seeing what the United States really is. Can't hide your true colors. Red man. Isaiah chapter 29, verse 15. Woe unto them that seek deep to hide their counsel from the Lord, and their works are in the dark, and they say, who seeth us and who knoweth us? They think the Lord ain't on to them. Who you think set you up to destroy yourself, fool? Goofies. I see why the Bible calls you base men. You're simple. Psalm chapter 73, verse 12. Behold, these are the ungodly who prosper in the world. They increase in riches. Psalm 73, verse 5. They are not in trouble as other men, neither are they plagued like other men. Because why? Job chapter 9, verse 24. The earth was given to the hand of the wicked. He covered the faces of the judges thereof, not wherein who is he? Proverbs chapter 21, verse 1. If it's 1 or 7. Let's see. I don't want to tell you the wrong script. Okay, this is Proverbs chapter 21, verse 1. The king's heart is in the hand of the Lord Yahweh, as the rivers of water. He turneth it whithersoever he will. You're not in control. The Lord got y'all destroying yourselves. Verse 7, the robbery of the wicked shall destroy them because they refuse to do judgment, righteous judgment. They're incapable because they were created to be the wicked, not the righteous. They are incapable of righteous judgment. That's why this country is so jacked up. If they were righteous judges, why is this country in the situation it's in now? Thank you. Job chapter 30, verse 8, they were children of fools. Yeah, children of base men. There you go. They were violent in the earth. Obadiah chapter 1, verse 2. Behold, I have made thee small among the heathen, thou art greatly despised. Oh, yes. Isaiah chapter 32, verse 7. As for the scoundrel, his devices are evil. He plans wicked schemes, ruin the poor with lying words, even when the plea of the needy is right. They don't care. They just want to be able to lie on you and not be questioned. How is that sustainable for maintaining a society? It's not. But they think it is. See, the Lord got them in a trick bag. Isaiah chapter 10, verse 1. Woe to them that decree unrighteous decrees and that write grievousness which they prescribe, unfair laws. Those are unrighteous decrees. I think I seen in an article yesterday, Trump, he's suspending the 4th Amendment, which protects you from unreasonable searches and seizures. So they could just run up and search you and accuse you of anything without any proof. They can plant shit on you. and it's your word against theirs, who you think they're gonna believe? Liars, they roll with liars. Liars don't roll with the righteous. That's why Trump's whole team compiles of nothing but liars. You think this man want to be around somebody righteous and honest? He ain't finna have nobody tell on him. That's why he demands allegiance to him. Ain't nobody finna do no dumb shit like that. Because you pledge your allegiance to Trump, guess what he gonna do? When he gets painted in the corner, he gonna throw you under the bus to save himself. Look at how that's all he been doing. Or lie on you and send his goons at you with no proof. Just lie on you, go get him. I see why you got the judgment you got, E. Matter of fact, Sirach chapter 27, verse 24, I have hated many things, but nothing like him, for the Lord will hate him. Yep. Psalm chapter 55, verse 20, he had put forth his hands against such as be at peace with him. He had broken his covenant. Look how he doing the black and brown right now. Who ain't did shit to him. He just in his feels because he knows that he hath but a short time. Psalm chapter 94, verse 20. Shall the throne of iniquity have fellowship with thee, which frameth mischief by law? That's what it is. That's all he does. Sign unrighteous decrees, indirectly targeting certain groups of people. Let's get it in Daniel. Chapter 8, verse 25. And through his policy, he also shall he cause craft to prosper in his hand. See? Just like he, through his policy, he suspended the Fourth Amendment, which is very against the law. But you got Edomites in power, ain't doing nothing about it. We told y'all, Edomites are not judges. When you go in the courtroom, these are not judges. These are Edomites in black robes. The true judges are the Israelites. That's why it says in Job chapter 9, verse 24, he covered the faces of the judges thereof. Yeah, and this is Daniel chapter 8, verse 25. And through his policy also he shall cause craft to prosper in his hand, and he shall magnify himself in his heart, and by peace shall destroy many. That ink pen. He shall also stand up against the prince of princes, but he shall be broken without hand. That's why that's why Trump can't put that pen down. He can barely read, but he's signing. He don't even know what he's signing. Because it was a video was circulating talking about how he got rid of the freedom of speech by signing a piece of paper. But it came out that this piece of paper wasn't talking about nothing like that. He just signed shit and lied about it. Psalm chapter 52, verse 2, thy tongue deviseth mischief like a sharp razor, working deceitfully. Talking about some, yeah, we got rid of freedom of speech. It's already been through the courts, and no, it ain't. He just lies. That's why nobody respects him or even wants him around. That's why he is banned from UN assemblies. Nobody wants him around. Putin told him to his face, nobody believes you. That's sad to be hearing that at 79 years old. That means you're regarded as a child because you can't stop lying. That's a very childish behavior, lying. We used to get our asses beat when we was kids for lying. Obviously, they didn't. the rest of Esther, chapter 13, verse 5. Seeing then we understand that this people alone is continually in opposition unto all men, Edomites, differing in a strange manner of their laws. Oh yeah, they're different because Esau laws say you can have sex with a tree. They call them ecosexuals. See? Wicked imaginations. So let me start over. Seeing then we understand that this people alone is continually in opposition unto all men, differing in the strange manner of their laws, and evil affected to our state, working all the mischief they can that our kingdom may not be firmly established. You can't. I mean, you could try, but you still gonna fail. Your judgment already written, baby. The Lord already told you he coming to put foot to ass and put you in captivity. How you gonna get out of that? I don't know. You're not. Your judgment is already written, meaning it's going to happen. And there's no way out for you. So keep on earning your judgment and keep proving that you're Esau. Psalm chapter 73, verse 12. Behold, these are the ungodly who prosper in the world. They increase in riches. How the hell you got presidents after one term, 2 terms, they millionaires, billionaires, when their salary is, I think, between $200,000 and $400,000 a year? They doing what Trump did. And what they did, what Trump is doing, Salakia, using his position in government for personal gain, which is illegal. Just like when he accepted that plane from Qatar in exchange for giving them an Air Force base for their military in Idaho. Illegal. I can't tell. Just like Psalm chapter 73, verse 5, they're not in trouble as other men. Neither are they plagued like other men. All right, we can get a couple more. We can close. Points been made. Job chapter 15, verse 34, for the congregation of hypocrites shall be desolate, and fire shall consume the tabernacles of bribery. The fire coming for you, eat. Now let's go to Ecclesiastes chapter 8, verse 11. Because sentence against an evil work is not executed speedily, therefore the hearts of the sons of men is fully set in them to do evil. Though a sinner do evil 100 times and his days be prolonged, yet surely I know it will be well with them that fear Yahweh, which fear before him. But it shall not be well with the wicked, neither shall he prolong his days, which are the shadow, because he feareth not before Yahweh. He think he gonna get away with something. Second Ezra chapter 6, verse 9. For Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth. Now let's get what I want to close with. Go to Acts. Chapter 13, verse 10. And they're describing the sneaky little red devil. And said, O full of all subtlety and all mischief, O child of the devil, thou enemy of all righteousness, wilt thou not cease to pervert the right ways of the Lord? The answer is no, because this is what he was created to do. He's going to keep doing it until the Lord come to make him stop and put him in a cage and start making him work for 1,000 years, the whole nation of Edom. Let's get this one. We can close on this one. Psalms chapter 73, verse 17. Until I went into the sanctuary of Yahweh, then understood I therein. So until you get into these scriptures, you really don't understand the Bible. And until you understand this Bible, that's when you know that it doesn't matter what Esau does or says, he's going to end up in the same final destination. Captivity, 1,000 years, extermination. And that goes for the other 16 nations too. The only difference is Esau is going to be rounded up and exterminated at the end of his sentence. Everybody else get to go back to their homelands. But Esau, he going to be out of here. You about to get deported from the planet, homie. Since you so crazy about deportation and blood spill, your blood going to run too. Says the book of Ezekiel, chapter 35. Let's get it. We can close on out. Since you so crazy about bloodshed and deportation, the Lord finna serve you up a hot plate of it all, and you will eat and drink. You gonna drink that cup. Ezekiel chapter 35, verse 5, because thou hast had a perpetual hatred and hast shed the blood of the children of Israel by the force of the sword in the time of their calamity, and the time of their iniquity had an end. Therefore, as I live, saith the Lord Yahweh, I will prepare thee unto blood, and blood shall pursue thee. Since thou hast not hated blood, even blood shall pursue thee. Thus will I make Mount Seir most desolate, and cut off from it him that passeth out, and him that returneth. You're done, E. Go ahead and mash the button so we can get you in the change. We can get you some employment. Call Yimla, Allahayna Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai, Hamashiach, Wa Malaki by Hashem, Harawat, Wakakorash, Barakathum, the water Bible ball, Wakwam Yasharala. Shalom.